Alright, it's time for yet another Insta360 video image quality and I guess sound test, but I'm wearing a mask, so you're not really going to be able to see how badly it matches audio, which maybe it's a good thing because this camera can't sync audio past 12 minutes. It's been really annoying me. Like, see my lips moving? Well, later on, if I do this after like 15 minutes, if I record for that long, which I probably won't for this video, it's gonna be all out of sync. I hate it. Fix it. No camera released in 2022, like in the future, should be out of sync. Like, it's basic camera stuff. Okay, anyway, I saw this and I thought it looked cool, and I thought, why not film a bit of it? It is a Pro Skin by Dettol. Well, Dettol is like a disinfectant chemical, but I thought the artwork looked really nice, and it's probably a good camera test. Everything's set to auto, like white balance auto, ISO auto, shutter speed auto. Let's just see how the camera does with standard settings. And look at this. Oh, and I'm also going to use direction lock. I'm going to turn it on, and it works really well. In fact, if I move the camera like this, like you watch it here, it does a pretty darn good job stabilizing that movement. Yeah, I have to give props where it's due. All right, so let's look in this thing. By the way, it's the 360 bubble machine. It's a 360 camera, so you can look around and all that. But I might actually export a flat version as well, because it's kind of easy to do, and I'm doing direction lock anyway, so it's kind of gonna work. Also, yeah, this video is gonna be long and boring, but it's a test, so if you still don't like it, you can leave your complaints in the comments. But what I'm trying to say is, don't expect too much. Anyway, let's look around this thing. Some very nice branding there. Oh, it's back to front. I have to go this way. It's moisturizing. It's also gentle. Oh, this is the product here, Pro Skin. It's all in Chinese. I mentioned before, but they have a bubble machine. It's not turned on, but looks cool. There you go. Oh, look, they have a honey version. Looks delicious. It's antibacterial like honey is. I wouldn't eat it, but it probably smells nice. Sakura version probably smells even better if you prefer Sakura. What's this? White Camellia and onsen minerals. Jasmine. Aloe vera. What a promotional display. And look at all this stuff. This is the good thing about the Insta360. You can like do a high angle easily. I try to do this with a mirrorless camera on a gimbal. Well, you can do it, but it's going to be very heavy. Anyway, here. And let's look at this. Sometimes artificial light sources tend to flicker a bit because to stabilize each frame, it actually shoots it at a very high shutter speed. It's like 1,000th of a second. Whereas usually if you're shooting film, you'd shoot like at 50 frames. That's the reason you get a bit of flicker with artificial light. But yeah, you can't really do too much about it unless you physically stabilize the stick. Then you could set the shutter speed a bit slower. But as you notice in the reflection before, it's just camera on a stick. There's no motors, there's no gimbal. So that's the trade-off. But they also actually make special gimbals for 360 cameras. They're not very common though. But there is a company that makes that. I forgot what it was. I think it's Feiyun Tech. But I could be wrong. Oh look, a selfie thing. I might as well try it since I'm here. Do I ask her how it works? Oh. I'll ask her. Hello. How am I see her? Oh crap, I gotta scan the code. I forget that. Hate scanning stuff. Alright, anyway, let's look at this thing again before I go. This test will be over at around probably 8 minutes, so you won't see the horrible lip sync that this camera does because it can't sync audio and visual image together, which I will keep complaining about non-stop until they fix it or until they release the next version where they hopefully will fix it, and then I'll go and buy it. Or maybe someone might even give me one. But anyway, I don't think they will because I say too much mean things about them. Well, it's not actually mean, I'm just stating the truth. But I've never been given a free camera ever. That's because no one watches my crap. But anyway, I'm happy to buy it because they're really cool and it's kind of my work as well. So one last thing. Oh, let's look at the flowers on the bottom. I'll do a little pass. And you know what? Since I'm at the forest, you might as well have a look at the forest. I had lunch there again at Mossberger. It's a very nice little mall. It's by the same company that do K11. And they have a lot of attention to detail and they make everything nice and look nice. So it's quite a nice experience. If you ever get a chance to come to Hong Kong, which I don't really recommend because we've still got quarantine restrictions, but they're not as bad as they were before, but still. They loosened it up a bit because it kind of wasn't working anyway. But anyway, that's for the wise people at the government to decide. And this place is very packed, like there's a lot of people here. Even still with no tourists, there's a lot of people. As you can see walking around. So therefore, the policies here are different to like a country that's not so densely populated. You've really got to be cautious with like very contagious diseases. Yes, that's all I'll say. Now, before we go, I'm gonna. Alright, anyway, here we go. Look at the colors in it. This is like a great spot to do a selfie here. You could sit down. I might as well do it. Sit down. Do your selfie for the IG. Let's see if this works here. Yeah. Do your selfie for the IG. You got to do that. Promote their product. Might be a good product. I haven't tried it. Or I could even do a movement because I got the Insta360. It's a really cool camera. It's got a few shortcomings, but it's not even that expensive. It's like a third the price of a flagship iPhone. It's a good toy. I do recommend it. And you can fix a lot of the problems in post anyway, so you know, I just wish I didn't have to do post. Like, the camera's relatively reasonably priced, but then if you want to fix things that are wrong with it, then you need to buy a laptop or, well, a computer that's fast. And then you got to get the editing software, because you can't really sync sound in the app. Actually, I haven't tried. Maybe you can, but I don't think you can. I have tried. Anyway, I use the desktop. Anyway, let's do the movement, the 360 camera movement. Here goes. Alright, you know what? I realized that's not going to work because I have direction lock on, so it's going you're going to see the sky. But if direction lock wasn't on, I'd be able to reframe that so the camera looked at me, and then that would work. But I could do it this way, making sure that I'm facing the rear lens. So this is it. Actually, that kind of works, but I had to extend my arm. Maybe I could get another selfie stick and some sort of clamp to make it like a big T. You know what I mean? And then I could do that with direction lock on, but I'll let someone else do their Instagram. But that's kind of the way you'd do it if you didn't want to edit much. See the form factor? Like, it's so small and light and easy to manage, and if you have a few cameras and you haven't gone into 360 yet, it's not that expensive. Like, how much is a Sony A7R with a zoom lens and a couple primes and a few memory cards? Like, just get one of these and play with it. If you like cameras, I think they're a lot of fun, and it's a great tool to help you expand your creativity. You know what? I've been talking for 12 minutes now. The sound sync's probably gonna be out now. So let me do something illegal. How about I don't get arrested? Take my mask off and try to show you the lip syncing. Here you go. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it in sync? Because sometimes it is, actually. It's really bad because it's an intermittent problem. Like, sometimes it's out of sync. Sometimes it's not that bad, not that noticeable, but sometimes it's really bad, which means there's no easy fix. It's a variable thing. I don't know if it's because the camera's overheating, or is it because, is it overheating, or is the setting a bit weird, or is it like I don't know. I've been testing it, trying to figure it out. I've also sent 3 files. They're like really big files on Google Drive to Insta360, like 29-minute files. They all have really bad sound sync, and then they asked for it. They said, "Oh, can you send us some files?" As if they didn't know this existed. I mean, this problem was on the X2 camera. It wasn't even mine. I found it. I did a test video, and I thought, hey, this is out of sync, but it wasn't my camera, so I didn't really spend a lot of time trying to troubleshoot it, and I was kind of seeing if it was better than my 360 camera, because I had a Garmin 360 Verb, which drank some seawater and unfortunately died, even though it's waterproof. Well, not waterproof, but it's water. It can do like 2 meters or something, and I didn't make it go more than like a meter. But anyway, that was an old camera anyway. But still, that's another thing. I've seen online that some people have been complaining that these cameras, including the Insta360 X3, isn't as waterproof as they say it would be. Even like there's a dive case accessory, but even with the dive case and the camera, it kind of leaked a bit. And then some people got it wet and it broke. But I don't know. It's just anecdotal instances. It's only a couple cases like that. I'll do a clap Better put my mask on. I can't do a clap because one hand's. I can if I put the camera. I hope this doesn't fall. Okay, sound sync testing. Alright, that should be enough. That's at 15 minutes. Let's see how bad that is. Like I said, sometimes it's bad, sometimes not bad. I can't believe I'm talking about the sound sync again. I was just gonna do a quick test when I saw something interesting. But I end up, like, I can't not, because it annoys me. Because it would be really cool if I could just record this, and if it was in sync, I could just use, like, the normal color, because I'm actually recording in log, but I could just use a normal color and just post it as is. Well, actually can't, because I'm using the rear facing camera, and then I would actually have to either turn it around in post or tell the people to turn around to look at my face, if that's what they want to do. But I've been recording with the intention of showing the rear camera and pointing the rear camera at stuff. So well, anyway, the point is, it would be really cool if I could record and upload, but no, I've got to record, fix it in post, and it takes a while to render, and it's got to manage files, and it's a bit annoying, and like most workflows would include that. But if you want to use this as a vlogging camera, which it's almost like almost a really good vlogging camera, except it's got a fatal flaw, or a couple actually. Can't record for more than 29 minutes, but who does that? Only me, apparently. So I can't recommend it as a vlogging camera, but it could have been a really good one. Hopefully they fix in the X4. Wish they wouldn't make people buy a whole new camera to fix problems that shouldn't be there, even in the X1. I don't know if the X1 has it, but the X2 has sound syncing problems. Anyway, just check out this market since I'm already recording for long. I might as well. You know what? Should I just make it like a 29-minute video? I might as well. I mean, I can talk for 29 minutes easily. It's actually a skill I wanted to develop, because when I started recording and doing YouTube stuff, I found it really awkward to talk into a camera. So I thought I'd start this channel, and this channel is actually to help me practice like commentary and talking into a camera and stuff and getting comfortable with it. It's kind of my personal little challenge, because I am actually naturally bad at it. So I decided I'd do a lot of it and get better at it. And yeah, I started this channel like 7 years ago. And I check out this market while I take a breath. This used to be, well, it is still ladies' market, but it used to be so full of tourists. It used to be open till like 11 or even 12 at night time, and be like so packed. You'd be like face to face, not face to face, but you'd be like, it's like a crowded elevator full of people looking at stuff, tourists and all that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, the policy of Hong Kong is to follow the big government policy. So it's not easy to even come and visit Hong Kong, but hopefully that will change, and maybe one day Hong Kong will have a bit more of the life it kind of used to have. But I don't know if that will ever happen. I'm still here in Hong Kong. Like, you can tell from my accent, I didn't actually grow up here, but oh, cute. What is this? Oh, they flip. I only have one hand, but they flip and change. I should get one of these. Only $29. They're very cute. I'm tempted. If I might walk past here, and if I still like it, I might get one. Like, so they flip and change shape. Be good to give a kid this. I might get one. As a gift to a kid. Anyway, let's keep walking around. I haven't really done as much direction lock stuff where I've actually pointed the camera away from my face, but yeah, it's quite good. It's quite a good way to film. We're on 20 minutes now. We are walking around Argyle Street in Mong Kok. Oh, and I don't have HDR on. Right now, this scene is really contrasty. And if I had a chance to turn on HDR, it actually works really well in my testing. HDR mode in this kind of environment, with the selfie stick handheld, I'm not doing anything dramatic. Like I'm not walking that fast. I'm not skiing down like a suicidal mountain. I'm not jumping into water. I find for that, HDR mode works really well. They say not to use it for fast action scenes, but I actually haven't had a chance to test it on anything fast action yet. Maybe later you can watch me do something extreme, which I don't know what it is. I can ski, not that well, but intermediate. I also play badminton and football sometimes. And I'm guessing if you got enough light, it probably looks good. Okay, 22 minutes now. Whoa. And I've only got 7. Yeah, I had to think. I'm so bad at maths. Got 7 more minutes till I hit the 29-minute mark. Then I'll just let the camera cut the recording. It will actually continue it with like a few seconds gap in between. And yeah, they should get rid of that, but they haven't yet. But it's not really an issue. Well, it kind of is. Like, what if this is your main camera? Because not everyone has like 3 mirrorless bodies at home, like, so they can set up a multi-camera situation when they're like, oh, that's quite loud. I wonder how the AI will reduce that noise. Because the AI noise reduction, actually, let me say that again. The AI voice focus on this camera is excellent. It figures out somehow, using some sort of AI magic, that I'm the one talking, and that if you can actually turn it on and off in the app, and then it makes a huge difference. It does a really good job. There's many things that are very impressive about this camera, and I do. Every time I think of it, I do mention it. So it's not just me complaining about just 1 or 2 kind of minor, annoying cons. I'd say it's a con of this camera, which actually I don't think it'd be that hard to fix, actually. Maybe it is, technically. Like, with engineering and design, you think this problem and the solution to the problem is it's an easy fix, but sometimes maybe it's really hard, or they just haven't figured out the way to do it because the solution was not so easy to implement or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just kind of filling in time now. Yeah, by the way, Jimbo, I've forgotten your name. Thanks for watching these videos and like kind of getting into a dialogue with me in the comments. It's really good to get your input, and I actually thought I would actually address your comments in the video, kind of make it a bit more personal. It's like pretty cool to get a letter from someone with some text, but if someone spent the time to film a video and took the time and the effort and the kind of wanted to really converse using a video, I think that's really cool. So I might do that, because you bring up some interesting points, some very good points as well. And I think at the end of the day, we really care that these cameras do well. And unfortunately, my channel actually is kind of focusing on the shortcomings of the 360 camera right now, because that's kind of... I just want them to be better. I mean, these are our tools. If you're a professional photographer, these are our tools. Or videographer, these are our tools. I mean, it might not be my main camera, but Insta360 could be an excellent B camera. Or even, like, I was going to mention this before, it could be like your only camera. Well, people have iPhones, but could be your main camera. Really easy to, like, if you want to record a speech or something, maybe it's your kids, I don't know, graduation or some performance. Stick this on a little stand. It's not intrusive, it's so small. Stick it on a stand, hit record, get the whole performance on video. You don't need a camera crew, you don't need to even point the camera at the action. It's 360, so it captures the whole thing. You can either output it as 360, or you can edit it later and pick which parts you want and do the nice editing, cut out the boring bits, you know, the stuff that takes a lot of time. But yeah, you can get an easy way to record an event or something. But then again, when you look at it, oh no, the sound's out of sync, and oh, someone cut the recording every 29 minutes and it's missing the best joke. It's missing the best joke of the performance, or it's missing the critical part. And there's no way to get it back. So anyway, I will continue to complain about it until it's fixed. I'm like an advocate for improving cameras. We're on 27 minutes 30, so it's time to be illegal again and take off my mask, and we're going to check the sound sync. Let's see if the sound is going to be in sync for this particular video, because sometimes it is in sync, sometimes it's not, and it's kind of annoying. And it should just, if the camera can record for 29 minutes or whatever, 5 minutes, unlimited, until your memory card runs out, then it should synchronize the audio and visual. This is like 101 basic videography stuff. You shouldn't be doing an end slate and a slate and or a tone. Sometimes they use a tone when they're doing professional video. Or a clapper or sticks or yeah, I mentioned a slate. Shouldn't have to do that. I'll do a clap now. Oh, we don't have much time. Better hurry up. 28 minutes 30 seconds. Is it synchronized? I don't know. And then I'll leave you with the last 20 seconds of some guys playing football in the park. It's middle of the day, so it's mostly elderly, but not everyone. I like football myself. Okay, that's the end of the video. Bye.